Welcome back to another Team Solemn Circus live duel. Today on the left side we have Spright as well as on the right side we have Spright as well. So we're going to see a mirror match here. We're going to see some dice rolls. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It helps the video a lot. Our goal is to get to 10K. Well, I said 5K this year, but my team says no, push it for 10. But yeah, let's try doing that. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button and subscribe. It helps with the channel a lot. And well, let's dive in. So we're going to see a normal summon of a beaver on the right side. We're going to respond to Ash Blossom. They're going to chain the... or not chain, they're going to activate Gamma, they're going to chain Ash. Something with that Angler here, something with the Jet, activate the Jet effect. I'm going to search for that Starter. Starter is going to activate the effect, trying to get out that red, but it's going to get responded to with Ash Blossom, stopping that. So they're going to be vulnerable to Gamma here. Very, very important to know. So, here they're going to be stuck. They can't summon out Gigantic because Gigantic is going to get gammaed. Can't do Sprint either. Sprint either is going to get gammaed, so they're going to have to be forced into an Elf, I believe. They could go with a rank 2, I guess, if they want to go. If they play the number 65 Gin Buster, or instead going for an Elf instead. They're going to pass here. I assume trying to reborn that Elf during their turn to search for another starter. So we're going to see a starter here being activated on the other side. Summoning out a Jet of their own, activating the effect of Jet. They're going to chain the Elf here. I don't know why that's not done in the standby phase. Then Elf's going to summon out the or add the starter. So we know that the player on the left has also a smashes in their hand. Summon out the blue effect's going to be able to activate here. Getting out the carrot. Going for the Gigantic here. Activate the effect there, and we're going to see a Veiler, very, very good. I mean, I don't know. I feel like if you add Smashers there, you can just Smashers there in the standby phase, get rid of that Elf, not have any problems. But you'd have to have a normal summon, which they're going to be normal summoning out anyways, because, that Pixies is not going to summon itself out because they don't control a Link monster. See, normal summon of an Angler here. Special summon out of the Carrot. Linking both those away, most likely for an Elf or a Sprine here. Or thinking on that, I guess. If you Sprined, you can get out 2 Beavers, and then you can make the Elf anyways. And you do have the Sprine Gigantic little combo there, so you really have that Sprined bounce. If you don't want to use a Gigantic. Going to another XYZ, going to the Mannequin Cat, that makes sense, I guess. They can activate the effect there. Here, summon out the Beaver, and they're going to target the Angler, summon herself out. They're going to summon out a Swap Frog. Yep, that works. And then Swap Frog's going to be able to send the Swap Frog. I guess they're going to get the Toad line. Interesting. And I guess here they could link both those away into an Elf. Alright, they're going to go into battle phase. That makes sense. And just destroy everything but the Beaver and Angler. Oh, they're going to destroy the Beaver as well. Leaving one Angler on the field is alright, I guess. Leaking them both away there for an Elf, and an Elf's going to be able to target the Swap Frog, summon it back out. Then we're going to overlay for the Totally awesome there. And we also have Smashers in another set. I do not believe it's double cross, but we're going to activate the Totally Awesome during the standby phase to summon out the Dupe Frog. Okay. I guess that, it changes the battle phase kind of shenanigans. And it's also another body. Alright, I can see it. We're going to special note a Jet and activate the Jet effect. And they're going to Toad Steel. Looks like they're going to debate if they're going to chain something to this. Maybe you're going to chain the... No, not chaining starter. Chaining the starter there. They're going to chain their own starter. Summoning out red. Okay, then we're going to see a red summon out as well. And they're chaining the elf as well. Okay, that makes sense. Guess not prioritizing that, Guess if they have starter, it makes sense. Makes some sense there. They have one card left in hand. Do you know that card? Is there a special amount? A blue. And, yeah, 2 negates on the field doesn't really seem like that's enough. Especially when you have to attack into that Dupe Frog. They're going to the effect they're going to Toad negate. And they're going to attempt to red, and they're going to be able to chain. Why would you red there? I mean, I guess if you don't red, then you summon out a monster. Yeah, for the effect, it's going to get redded anyways. Just hope they misplay, I guess. We're just going to see a simple scoop there. Makes sense. The player on the left had it all. That Gamma, very, very clutch game 1. It looks like we see 3 Drolls being sided in. The player on the left, I'm not too sure what I'm seeing sided. I think we see a Bystial siding out on the right side. We're going to see Aspos a Druid's Worm being sided out. Another Druid's Worm as well. And a Savernier being sided out for 3 Drolls there on the left side. I wasn't sure what happened on the right side. I know I did see a Savernier. Siding out some of the heavier Bystial stuff. The Sprite Mirror makes some sense. They're both players are doing it. I mean, Savernier doesn't really make that much of a difference in the long game of things. Especially when you might be playing a Bystial game anyways, right? You activate an effect, and then you have to choose if your opponent's going to Bystial your own Bystials. It gets a lot of fun. I'm glad they released cards like Bystials. Can you imagine if it wasn't just Light and Darks, though? So you're going to see a Prosperity. I think banishing an... I wasn't too sure what those ones were. To be honest, we're going to see a Judgment, Ash, and a red. We're going to see red being picked up there. Normal summoning red. Holy. Special summoning of Jet. I mean, that makes sense. Activating the Jet effect. That's going to go through, and they're going to search for the starter. Starter's going to activate. It's going to go through. Getting out the blue, taking 1100. Blue effect's going to activate here. Searching for the carrot. Wow, they have everyone on the field but Pixies in a moment. Especially with the carrots. And yeah, they're just missing Pixies. They're going to link into Sprind here. Sprind effect's going to activate. And now they can't get Impermed. Is that an Imperm? Is that Imperm Gamma in hand there? We're going to see 2 Beavers summon out by dumping the Angler. Then we're going to overlay into a Gigantic. Gigantic is going to activate here, and it's going to resolve. Summon out the Swap Frog. Swap Frog is going to send the Swap Frog, and it looks like we have a pretty full combo here. Linking both of those away into the Elf we're going to be seeing. And is this where we're going to see some interruption? Elf's going to target the Swap Frog. Nothing. And then summon out the Totally Awesome, and setting 3 cards in passing. Holy. They're going to scoop that up, not even giving it a chance. I wonder if they regret not activating some of those cards during their opponent's turn. I know I saw Imperm, but that was Imperm Gamma. Holy. I guess it doesn't really do much because they still have bodies on the field. You're just burning through cards. I wonder if there's a point. Let me know in the comment section down below if you saw a point of interaction where they could have gammaed imperm there. Yeah, going into game 3 now. We're gonna see them keeping the droll. Oh, taking out the drolls there. And it looks like they're taking out Newman? That makes sense. I mean, if you summon out Newman, it's kind of crazy. We're going to see a D fissures being added on the left side. It's a little bit easier to see them. And it looks like a whole bunch of going second spells being added to the main deck of the player on the right, taking out all those Bystial cards. Keeping those drolls in as well. So we see trolls are going to be kept in, and as well as the dimension fissures. I guess maybe playing that last card. We do know that the judgments are sided out on the player on the right. They're taking out the fissures actually. Putting in the Serenir. Now, why would you want that going first? I don't know, but I think that we're going to see both some games very, very well played here. We saw a Gamma Burst there. So now his opponent does know he's playing the Gamma Burst. And we see the Bystials sided out, as well as the Shifters, choosing one more card to side. And then telling his opponent that he's done siding and he's going to choose who's going to go first or second. So you see the player on the left going first here. I'm going to start off with a starter. It's going to be A-OK and just summon out. Now, what monster are we summoning out here? Jet, Blue. Showing that the red Resonator is in the side deck. Summon out the red here. Especially out the blue. Blue effect's going to activate. Summoning out the jet effect. Going to search for that double cross. My favorite card in the deck. I love double cross. The card's insane. I love cards like that. I love like that one trap card you play in a combo-ish deck or mid-range deck. Like Tri Brigade, you played Revolt. Love that card. Love those cards. And we're going to see going for the Sprint. Sprint effect's going to activate here. Setting the Angler. Then 2 Beavers are going to come out. To quote Thomas, we love level 2s. And then we're going to see an overlay into Gigantic. You imagine this was level 4. Gigantic's going to get Imperm there. No carrot this time. There's no way they have carrot in hand too, right? Okay, no, we see a Bystial in hand. That's my bad. We're going to see a link into, I believe, an elf there. And I see elf effects going to target the beaver. Okay. Setting 2 cards and passing, I guess, to summon on a body. I'm going to draw for turn. If you're a normal summon Swap Frog, they had the combo. The combo Swap Angler. That feels so good. I mean, they do have, I believe it's Swap is Chainlink 2, and then Angler is Chainlink 1, so they are protecting it from that red. That is so good. I know how they feel right now. Like, holy. Talk about BMing. That's, they're going to chain the elf here. It's not going to do very much. Summoning out the jet. We're going to see 2 beavers being summoned. And then we're also going to get to dump the swap. Well, Swap Frog's going to dump itself first. There's no way you don't negate that. If it was the other way around, then we're going to see starter being added to hand. You definitely chain block so that the angler dumps first, or summons out first. So you chain block it so that Swap Frog is on chain link 2. We're going to see blue being special summoned there and activate the effect. Holy, this is insane here. If they know they have double cross, if they add the carrot, it's gonna be pretty much not game over, but you know, very, very rough. I mean, they do have a red. It's gonna get impermed. Makes sense. Beautiful alti rarity. So now they can safely assume that that other card is a double cross. Putting that dice there where the imperm column is gonna negate. Make sure that they do not put a card in that column as well. Going for the Mannequin Cat play. Or going for Soul Sweeper. Okay, that makes sense to me. Are they going to attempt to go for the Soul Sweeper into... No, there's no way. Here we're going to see that it's going to be stolen by the elf here. Under the elf because it points to his zone. Double cross points to. Interesting that they did that on the summons, you know, to stop it so that they cannot activate the effect. We're under battle phase, and Mannequin Cat's going to attack into the red there. And are we seeing a Zeus line here? They're going to activate the effect. Here they get the target, and then they're going to special summon. We're going to target a angler. The angler is going to be able to, or not angler, Cat is going to summon out a monster that is the same attribute and type as the other monster. They're going to target the jet. This summon out a jet of themselves, adding the starter there. And oh, they're showing starters. Like, don't activate starter. You have the Zeus here. Yeah. Going for the downer. They are still playing downer. What is this extra deck? Going for that Alti Zeus. Just, I like the Alti Zeus better than the Starlight, in my personal opinion. But and then we're gonna see the Zeus just destroy everything. They're gonna normal summon the Beaver. There's no way. That hand was insane. Summoning out the angler from the graveyard, just utterly the BM here. This is insane. Like, that hand is just god tier. Gonna activate the starter. Gonna summon out a carrot. They do know that the opponent has the starter in hand, so that makes sense to me. Then here they're gonna go into, is that an elf or? Yeah, you have to go into elf. You don't overlay for anything else here. I mean, I guess you can go gigantic. Gigantic here, then they're gonna summon out the I mean, you could summon out red potentially. That's going to get, or on the gigantic effect, they're going to activate a Bystial. And I believe that's Pizza Hut. It is. They're going to target the blue and summon out and activate the effect. Getting out the red on the field. And then they're going to be able to activate the Pizza Hut effect. And I don't believe red's probably not going to negate that. That does not make a lot of sense. So now there's two cards in the hand, and one of them we know is the starter. I don't think there's a way to get out. Especially, like, you could have Swap Frog there and then linked away. They are going to red negate that. That makes sense. Sending the Gigantic. Then going to use the Zeus and the red to go into the Elf here. Then Elf's going to summon back out the red, so they have both negates live. Make a lot of sense to me, and just passing with one card left in hand. So no search during end phase, and we're going to see an Imperm being drawn. Holy standby phase, Imperm feels good. They mean they could negate that with the Pixies, but they're not going to. Not Pixies, Carrot, man. No one's playing Pixies right now. Then we're going to see a Magna Hut being activated, and they're going to chain the red, activate starter, chain Pixies, and pass on 0 cards. We're going to gnome summon the Angler, and oh my, never punished. Never punished. Angus, you are lucky as hell. Looking at what they have in graveyard, seeing what they are going to possibly top decking. Linking them into the Elf. Elf effect's going to activate, summoning out the Jet. Jet effect's going to activate, adding the starter. Starter's going to activate, summoning out the blue. Taking the 1100. Blue effect's going to activate, adding the Jet. Summoning out Jet. You can't activate the effect again, but it is some hefty damage. You're going to overlay for a Gigantic. Activating the Gigantic, attaching the blue, summoning out, I believe it's probably a Swap Frog here. I'm just going to calculate some life points here. Summon another Jet, and is going to just offer the handshake. That's going to be game. Very, very unfortunate for the player on the left. The right player on the right just had God hands, especially that game 3. That was insane. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.